So the way this works, as you can see, we've got a list of 21 shout-outs, people who come to us in advance and say, I've got something to say, sign my name up. And we're going to do it in 2 phases. We'll have a little bit of a break in between. You've got 2 minutes, more or less, to say what you want to say. Kenny's on the timer. And the honker, or? Come on, he's not listening. I'm on the honker. He's on the honker. And we may have, we've given ourselves quite a lot of time for this today because in the past it's become a bit rushed. So if anyone feels inspired or courageous that they're not on the list but you want to say something, then maybe some time at the end for you to add yourself to the list. Before we start with the list, we've got one addition already who we're going to add at the beginning, who is Alison, who's from Scottish Drum Training Network, and she would like to do this. So we'll welcome Alison to the stage. Thank you. You can be here, yeah. Okay.
Hello, good morning. I am the oldest youth in the business, and I'm still very strong. I'm delighted to be here, and thank you very much for allowing me this special slot. I'm very excited, and it's just such a joy to see so many people working in so many interesting areas and with so many interesting topics. So it's been a thrill. I've been at a couple of these before. They've always been great, these White House events, so absolutely loving it. I'm the director of Scottish Drama Training Network, and I have been working with them for 6 years. The Scottish Drama Training Network, for those of you who don't know, was set up by the Scottish Funding Council 6 years ago to offer enhancement and support for all forms of training in theatre, film, television and radio. So these are the courses which are paid for by the government, and from that, at the very beginning, nobody knew what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. So like everything in show business, we invented it all ourselves and we made it all up. But it all works, I'm happy to say. And the first thing I felt I had to do was to pull together all those courses and all those tutors and all those people who are working across the whole of Scotland, and we created this directory, which some of you will have seen and some of you won't. So we've got some with us today, but we will, if you want to find out more or you want to have something sent to you, we can do that. But we also have an online presence which echoes everything that's in this directory, and it has a course finder, and we're just about to set up a download, so that should make it a heck of a lot easier for everyone. So here we have it. So if you're interested in radio, all the courses in Scotland in radio are there. So this is very suitable and very useful for young kids that you're going to be working with. I'm sure that you're going to come across kids who are interested in getting into different careers. We're anxious not always to push everyone into acting and performance and musical theatre. These are the top line ones that they all want to do. They're fantastic. We don't discourage, but we also encourage. And one of the main things we try to encourage at the moment, because of the dearth of people across the UK, in fact across the whole of Europe, of people who can actually work in technical theatre and have technical theatre skills. And those, of course, as you know, are transferable skills. So I'm delighted to say also that the other staff members are here today. Kate Wood is here with me today. And Kate Wood has been working with me for the last few months on admin and comms. And we also have our technical theatre officer, Abigail McMillan, is here. And Abby is down at the front. Hello. And Abby will be willing to talk to you and answer questions. Do you want to say just a very quick bit from your chair there about what you've been doing with Glow and stuff like that?
Yeah, hopefully we're going to be setting up a Glow with Education Scotland in January, which will hopefully get us a wee bit more out into schools, which I'm excited about. So if anybody's interested in that, watch out for that now.
We've managed to secure from the Funding Council 5 years more funding, which is some kind of a miracle, I tell you, and I'm sure you all know that. So we're delighted. We're based, for those of you again who don't know, the Royal Conservatoire. I thought it was going to be tooted because of my old age.
I'm going to allow Alison.
Because I have one more thing to say.
15 more seconds to say
15 more seconds. And the other piece of news is that after 6 years of doing this, I'm stepping down as director, and I'm going to go freelance and offer my services to the world. But also, especially, of course, to Scottish Drama Training Network. So do get in touch with me if you want to talk about anything connected. We're here till Christmas. I'm working from my office till Christmas. And can I just say, it's been a total pleasure all the way. I haven't had a chance to tell you about the fantastic events that we do, but you can talk to me about that later.
Great. I'm going to stay in lectern position here because I realise I haven't finished before swiping. So if I can ask about trying to be ready just to stand on the other side of the screen. being here. So we'd like to introduce investors in young people.
Yep. So in the vein of CTC, aloha. I'm Kate Carmichael, and this is my colleague Kate Flory, who was introduced earlier. Paul Devoy, head of Investors in People, has said, put your people at the heart of your vision, and they'll use their talents to achieve it.
So what we found at Investors in People, we started to recognise what some of your industry challenges are. And one of the things we realised was that with project-based work and short contracts, there's always this ever-revolving door of people coming in and out of the business. So how do you keep your star people? How do you create a business that has the star performance that you really need?
Another challenge we know that's facing this sector as well as others is that you're all fighting to get and keep the best talent. So you need to be able to give potential candidates and staff alike a really positive, transparent, and delightful experience.
So we think we've got three key strengths within Investors in People. And the first bit is, as specialists, we've got an expert eye. So we look out for opportunities to develop and grow your business. Not the performances that you do, but actually the business side of things. And we are able to point you in the right direction of where you can get other resources.
Second, we give you access to the best people management tools and resources available now, coming from best practice across the globe, across all industries, and trying to figure out how that might be applicable for you. That comes in the form of our written reports, our relationship with you, and then, as Kate was just saying, signposting any other services that look like they might be applicable for your business.
And I think the third part that we offer is with Investors in People, there's kudos. So the badge, the emblem that you see before you, it signals not only to your customers, but your employees, that actually you invest in people. And it's something that with the Investors in Young People Award, it's something that you can help set yourself above the rest of your industry colleagues and say, this is what we really believe in, this is what we're passionate about.
So look in the bag that you've received. There's a wee brochure in there that talks about the Investors in Young People program, but we wanted to highlight two programs. One is the Investors in Young People program, looking at how you attract, develop, and retain young people. The other one is focused on growing your business. It's called Skills for Growth. And so long as you have 3 people working with you, you're eligible for fully government-funded review of your organization and basically crystallizing that down into what are your top people priorities in order to get you from where you are now to where you want to be aspirationally.
So check out our website, look in your pack for the information, and Kate and I will be more than happy to talk to you. So as we said, we're quite easy to remember. There's Kate and Kate from Investors in People.
Just as the Scottish Youth Theatre coming down, I want to point out that a festival city theatre must be prepared from. So Hazel, wherever she is, we're going to skip to you after Scottish Youth Theatre, so be prepared. Karen.
Scottish Youth Theatre is currently working on a national roadshow, which is funded by fantastic funders, Robertson Trust and the Gulbenkian Foundation, and we're out doing workshops on exploring conflict through movement. We've done 65 workshops, we're still to do another 39. We've just at the near completion of Time to Shine projects, which are working with areas that don't receive hub funding, which is Western Isles, Borders, Dumfries and Galloway, Shetland and Orkney. And our final one is in Dumfries and Galloway, which is in February 2016, a skills residential. If there's anybody in that area who'd like to be a partner, come and speak to me, please. And also SYT Productions are just back from Poland with Erasmus funding, and we did a superb project out there looking at young people, independence, and working with groups in Catalonia and Sicily. SYT Productions are in rehearsal just now and are doing a production tomorrow for creating work for 3 to 7-year-olds. So this is a training opportunity for older participants to get a chance to perform to create work for younger participants. We also have classes in Edinburgh and Glasgow on a skills term just now. I'm very excited. And our final thing, which is quite exciting, is Digital Natives is a new project which Scottish Youth Theatre are just at the beginning stages of. It's hoping to be a 3-year project, local, national and international, looking at young people's views, feelings, thoughts about them being digital natives. We're currently seeing what organisations and what areas would like to possibly be collaborators and partners with us. If you're interested, it'd be brilliant to set up a meeting in the next few weeks or months with you and have a chat. Also, Scottish Youth Theatre are kind of nearing the completion of our strategic review, which I'm sure you'll be aware of.
And in the new year there'll be lots of exciting new things to talk about. Have I still got a minute? I feel as if I should still keep on talking about Next up, Falkirk Youth Theatre.
Hi, I'm Hazel from Falkirk Youth Theatre. We have 100 young people aged 7 to 18 in Falkirk Youth Theatre. Something that I'm looking to develop is how we then have an older branch of our youth theatre, because we tend to lose people at that age because that's the cut-off that was set historically. So looking at developing that. Throughout the year they do a variety of workshops, as does everyone else, and performances. They've done some devising work. Last year they did some work with Alan Bissett doing some research work for his touring production that he was commissioned called What the Falkirk, which was basically his interpretation of what Falkirk basically, that were more than a wheel and kelpies. So, and the young people then created their pieces in response to that about their town and what their perception of it was to be a young person in Falkirk. So next year as well we're hoping to work with Alan on some rehearsal readings of a unperformed play, Adam Spark. Alan is from the Falkirk area but is quite well known for his performance playwright, so we're hoping to work with him next year on that. That's in the mix. We run summer schools. We had a successful 2 summer schools last year. We'll be doing that again this year, and again we always look for new freelancers, new practitioners to bring in and bring something new to the group. So yeah, do get in touch if you've got any ideas. We will be working with another project that I'm working with young people in the care system who are doing some film work. So we'll be having our youth theatre working with them. They'll be directed by the other young people to create a film about growing up in care and living in care and what that means to them. We also have our pantomime that we're in rehearsal for, but we involve the young people right from the start, working with the script writer, working with lyrics for songs, composition. We've got a young production team who are assistant directing, assistant choreographing. We've had fight directors in, physical theatre specialists, circus skills. So trying to use every skill that young people have in that pantomime, so not just chorus at the back and 5 principals at the front. We've got people playing instruments, we've got people singing. It's fantastic. Robin Hood, come and see it, December in Falkirk. Thank you.
It is. Nobody's watching, don't worry.
Thank you very much, and it's great to be here. We're sort of quite new to White House organisation. We are principally an amateur, voluntary-run community theatre group in Langham, Dumfries and Galloway. We started 8-9 years ago in response to a lot of work that we've been doing in theatre in the past, really to create an opportunity to showcase the talents of young people. And we've grown from there. We do annual pantomimes, we do full stage musicals, we bring in professionals. We've just finished a tour, First World War commemoration project, where we toured around the region, Carlisle and Glasgow, on a new piece of work. We're now at a stage where we're developing and evolving to such a point, because we don't have an upper age limit. We're thinking about dropping the youth from our title. We are a registered charity where we're aiming to work with young people. 80–90% of our members are under the age of 25, but we do have older people in our performances where it's a good fit. So probably we're going to be dropping the word youth unusually. It's also great from a marketing point of view, because we're working a venue that's got many other events and shows coming on. We hope that we can stand and fall by what people see on stage. So that is something we're working on. One thing I would like to maybe chat with others about is the new legislation that the Scottish Government's brought in under Getting It Right for Every Child, and it's the new Children's and Other Activities Performance Regulations that the Scottish Government very kindly gave us, which is, a reworking of the 1968 regulations, which a lot of you will probably be familiar with, and how also unworkable they are. So any discussion around that I think would be very useful. I've sort of spent 5 years talking to the Scottish Government, trying to put the voluntary sector, the amateur, the community sector's point, and although it's a great enhancement, I still think there are some challenges that it faces.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We have Borders Youth Theatre.
In a change to schedule programme, my name's not Eula, it's Morgan. For 26 years, the Borders Youth Theatre has run a variety of different weekly drama workshops during school time and major productions, volunteer run. We're a charity. We're currently redoing our status into a CO, and we're all drowning in paperwork and words. We're also incredibly worried about Girthvec. We employ freelancers to deliver our drama workshops throughout 5 locations in the Borders from one end to the other during term time. We don't have a permanent base, we don't have any permanent staff, we're mostly run by parents and very hard working volunteers. We attempt to pay professionals for our big budgets, but we tend to also have some of those bills written off at the end because we've not managed enough money. We're not lucky enough to have a venue that everybody's used to coming to see quality work from, that we can work on the back of that. And we're basically here just to say hello and to learn about everybody else. We are hiring. We need a freelance drama teacher to deliver to our Duns group. And if you know anybody, we would be delighted to hear from them. And that's us.
Thank you. Scratch the surface. When we first started these shout-outs, by the way, people used to literally race down. People were a little bit relaxed.
Hello, I'm Charlie Hindley. I'm from Scratch the Surface. Some of you know me. I'm an independent drama practitioner, but I set up Scratch the Surface a little over 12 months ago because I kind of thought there was a bit of a need for it in East Lothian, a company that sort of helps people who are in that hinterland between 16 and 25, and whom we often lose in this world of youth theatre. I'm not exactly sure why that is. I suppose we all have our opinions about that. But we now have 18 or 20 at times young people who come in and work with us. And our aim is to showcase their talents not only in drama and theatre making, but also we have incredible talent in the company, from slam poets to musicians of all forms. This time last year I stood here, I thanked a couple of people for helping us become Scratch the Surface, and I set out a couple of goals that we had. We really wanted to perform at the Hidden Door Festival. We managed to do that to 2 full houses, which was amazing. We also wanted very much to go back to NFIT as Scratch the Surface, which we were able to do, and that was an extraordinary experience for all of us. Extremely emotive experience for all of us. And we also wanted to have a short run at the Edinburgh Festival, because I wanted my guys to have a really good opportunity to get their feet under the table, really know what it was like to be part of that. And we were fortunate enough to perform to 6 out of 8 full houses in our 80-seater theatre at the festival, which is pretty much unheard of. But that's because they're an exceptionally hard-working group. This year we're focusing on a story about the role of military in, a role of women in the military over the years, and we're specifically looking at the Vietnam War. More to come on that over the months. Please have a look at us on social media, touch base with us. We'd love to broaden our network of friends and learn from you guys, those more experienced people who've been doing this a lot longer. Thanks very much.
Hi, Kira.
Hello everyone. Some of you may know me, but you probably have never heard of Theatre and I, because it's newly established as of April this year. We formed through a merger with the Ulster Association of Youth Drama with the Northern Ireland Theatre Association to form Theatre and I, which is a bit like Whiteass merging with FST. So it's a really unique umbrella organisation that is there to support and develop theatre and the performing arts in Northern Ireland. So with that, what is obviously unique is that we want to ensure that that youth theatre supporting network is still a major part of this. Theatre wouldn't exist if you don't have young people coming up and going to see it and be a part of it. And it's obviously something I'm very passionate about. We train professionals. We provide bursaries to attend trainings, such as interchange. We offer a unique project where we set up specialist workshops that connect professional theatre companies with youth drama groups in Northern Ireland to kind of bridge that gap that can sometimes exist, that things like Crystal's Festival are trying to improve. That in Scotland, youth are definitely ahead of the field with. But yeah, we offer placements in technical theatre, and it's all really to help develop the sector in Northern Ireland, which is, yes, not as well supported, let's say, through our politicians or through funding, unfortunately. So we definitely like to look to Scotland and to see the great work that you guys are doing, and really I can use lots of the pieces of work you do to try and ensure things change at home. Yeah, we have an All-Ireland conference that's really professional based, and we're also starting to work on a big wide UK conference with lots of different umbrella companies, but we want to ensure that youth theatre is on those discussions, that is part of those talking points throughout the day. But yes, come speak to me if you are interested in spreading your information into Northern Ireland, or if you want to look at exchanges, or take a look at our website. You'll see the different things, which is theatre.ni.org.
Next up we have the Tron Theatre with a new logo.
So it says that it's Deborah, but it's not, it's me. My name is Catherine Ward's daughter, and for anyone who was here last year, Deborah spoke about me, as you can put face to their name. Basically, the Tron is pretty jam-packed at the minute. We have 3 shows in a space of 6 months, so we're kind of preparing ourselves for the madness. This kicks off in February with our young company, which is led by Martin O'Connor and Deborah MacArthur, and as she kind of mentioned, they're basically exploring war and militarisation, going all the way from a historical perspective to kind of media representation. And this kicks off in February, start of February. Then we move on to our youth theatre seniors, who are exploring the kind of boundaries in place for young people and how they break them, whether they mean to or not. And their show will be performed during the Easter holidays, the 2 weeks in April, and it's called Pushing It. Then we move on to our youth theatre juniors, who are creating a piece with Deborah and myself called Imagine That, and this will be performed at the start of June, and it's basically looking at the kind of characters that we create and whether real life is actually a little bit more interesting, or is dream life a bit more interesting, and kind of exploring those. And this season is pretty jam-packed, and all of this information is going to be on the YTAS website, because I realise I'm going really, really, really fast. And for anyone who was here last year, just to touch base, Deborah had spoken about the resource that we were trying to set up called 10 Plays for 10 Years. And sadly, we've not been able to get all the funding for this, so we won't be creating the resource. But if anyone is looking for plays to make with their groups or anything, just contact either Lisa, Deborah, or even myself at the Tron, because the plays are there and we really want you to use them. So even though there's not a resource, feel free to use them. And finally, for anyone who was here last year and Deborah spoke about me, it was because me and a group of other people who've come through the Tron participation system have created our own theatre company called Spelt Milk, and we will be having our 2nd show in June in the Tron. And this is basically just through the support from the Tron. They've got our back completely, and so yay to the sector!
Hello everybody. I'm Rachel from Toonspeak. It's so nice to see so many friendly faces and meet some new folk as well. I'm going to not talk about everything Toonspeak does because we'll be here all day. As usual, our programme's quite varied. What I would like to mention is that we went international this year for the first time. We took a group of young people on an exchange trip to Germany. Thanks to the Rusty Boat, because they weren't able to go, we got that opportunity very last minute. So we crowdfunded for that. You might have seen it, and actually quite a few freelancers contributed, so thank you guys. We, out of that, have been invited back to Germany next year. So we're taking part in an Erasmus application that's gone in, so we'll wait and hear about that, but we might be going back to Germany. And it links to our Shine programme, because we are currently running a Shine for LGBT young people. And our partners in Germany saw that and invited us on the basis of that to take part in an LGBT exchange next year, which is very nice of them and very exciting for us. Shine I will talk about, because we just received new funding to continue Shine for another 3 years. from Comic Relief, who are wonderful. And Shine is really in a stage now of really opening up and expanding and developing and allowing us to work with a lot more diverse groups and really reach out and bring more and more people into the Toonspeak family. I'm going to maybe shut up now, because that's probably enough, and I'm going to let Jasmine talk.
Hiya, I'm Jasmine. I'm no Sky, like the brochure, so hiya. I'm up here just to talk a wee bit about Toonspeak's young company, which although we are a young company in every aspect of the word, we are branching out into the sense of professional. Sorry Gareth. In the sense we're trying to aim for a different style of work. This was something I was a participant in Toonspeak since the age of 10. Sorry. Oh, is that me? Carry on quick. The age of 10, I'm now in the board of directors and work as a drama teacher and an actress myself. So this is a core company that's based. Currently it's the members that have all went to Toonspeak. We were performing at the Poverty Alliance a few weeks ago, doing an autobiographical piece, which is something that we've not really tapped into at all. We've been invited back on behalf of the Scottish Government to perform the same piece, and there's a few other projects we're looking into, so keep your ears peeled because we are about.
Hi, I'm Sarah and I'm from Platform. Yep. And just to tell you a few things that are going on at Platform that kind of go on continuously. So at the moment we've got play cafes that exist for under 0 to 5 year olds, and play cafes are held within Platform but also in various other kind of theatres, community hubs around Scotland. So we're always kind of keen to talk to people that are interested in having a play cafe in their area. We also have PlayStation, which is a drama group that works with 5 to 7 year olds, and we also have Creation Station, which caters for 7 to 12 year olds. And Creation Station currently are putting in an application for the Buzz Cup Festival, which we're hoping to go to with a performance, and are also in partnership with a school in America that are interested in a similar project that we are doing this term. We also have Lab Station, who are due to be in a double bill with a Firefly performance later on this year. Yes. And have recently taken part in Platform's Gentrification Festival that was a one-day festival. Platform also acts as a sort of intergenerational community hub, so there's lots of things going on there. There's like art classes, Sunday socials, later life groups, lots of different things for both young people and older people to get involved in. Platform also have a kind of section which deals with platform and health, which is looking into sort of mental health, physical health, anything to do with that, and looking at how the kind of arts and creative industries can support that and support people who are in that situation. And Platform also offers a lot of support to various emerging artists and established artists, and are always keen to hear from practitioners and hear from freelancers or people making work, because Platform also is a theatre as well, so there's space for that to happen, so they're always looking for conversations.
Thank you. Next up is Dundee Rep. Lisa.
Hello, I'm Lisa from Dundee Rep. Not Gemma like it says in the programme. Gemma's sitting over there going, haha. Just a quick update on everything our youth theatre are doing. We're really thriving. We engage with over 300 young people every week, from 3 right up to 25 years old. So I'm just going to update you on some of the projects that we're working towards at the moment. So at the moment we've joined our 14 to 16 year olds and our 16 to 18 year olds together to make a big 45 strong company who are currently devising a site-specific performance for the Mills Observatory in Dundee, which is an amazing space, quite isolated at the top of Ayr Gaiety Park in Dundee, which is surrounded by amazing woodland. So far we have woods, we have a 360-degree projection screen, we're working with Glasgow-based musician Gary Cameron, we have 45 young people full to the brim with ideas, and 2 very nervous, slightly excited directors. We also have just established a young company for 19 to 25-year-olds, who are also working on a site-specific performance. We're mad for it this year. They're devising a performance at an old jute factory in Dundee. And in classic devising process, we don't really know what either of those performances are going to be about yet, but it's really exciting, so keep your eyes peeled. The 14 to 18s is the week beginning the 20th of June, and the Young Companies performance, which is in collaboration with Scottish Dance Theatre, I should say, will be in the summer months as well. We are also a new partner company for National Theatre Connections this year, so we're hosting a Connections Festival from the 6th to the 8th of May, which is going to be really exciting, and we hope to be full of workshops for young people as well as performances. And we have a Connections company of 13 to 14-year-olds who are going to be performing a production of Gargantua by Carl Gross as part of that festival. If anyone's read that script, it's bonkers but amazing, and we're really excited. Our two 8 to 10-year-olds youth theatres and our two satellite community youth theatres are going to be devising around Little Red Riding Hood, which is our children's Easter show this year. So they're going to take that story, devise around it, and perform in a triple bill in March next year.
I'm so sorry. Rashad, Ayr Gaiety Partnership. Off you go.
Hello, I'm Rashad. Firstly, it's great to be able to tell you that we're going to be bringing an FYT to Gaiety and Ayr in 2017. So, bringing you all there, show you the stuff that we've got going on. So we are just over a year into our community theatre project called Gaiety Act Out, which is for younger people and older people. With younger people, we've set up 5 new youth theatres, predominantly in more rural and deprived areas, which are attacking barriers of access, essentially, because there's quite a few youth theatres in Ayr and in Troon, but there isn't in the surrounding more rural communities. And through that, we've engaged around over 250 younger people in a sustained level of engagement. And one of the groups, actually, a couple of weeks ago, we launched as a place partnership. One of the place partnerships from Creative Scotland is South Ayrshire, and Fiona Hislop came, and our group in Lochside, which is 8 to 12-year-olds, they, as their first, I guess, part of being involved in drama, they got to perform to Fiona Hislop and people members from the Scottish Government and Creative Scotland, so it was a really great experience for them, and that's part of the thing we want to do, is in terms of engaging them for the first time, is give them these opportunities, and I guess that kind of links to challenging perceptions in terms of introducing that as their first perception of what youth theatre is and drama. Just to link to this, we have a range of technical theatre things with the university and the college, University of Western Scotland. So we have a BA and a BA Honours, HNC, HND and an MPA, which will all be in progress from next year. We've got a few on this year, but overall they'll be engaging over 100 young people in technical theatre and trying to create a technical theatre centre of excellence. And hopefully that becomes quite integrated into our work in the community, and they get practical experience there and helps inform their learning. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Hi, this is Ariel Killick, Stàit Sonais. Hi, my name is Ariel Killick from Independent State of Happiness, primarily working in contemporary and bilingual Gaelic arts. If you want to challenge perceptions of theatre and take it outdoors, we can assist you with outdoor street theatre and its spectacle. If you want to challenge perceptions of theatre by taking it to literally to a higher level, we have something like 15 pairs of stilts that we can work with for young people. Training them in a process of bilingual street spectacle parade performance. Stilt walking and learning in stilt walking is often a metaphor literally for self-growth and confidence. If you want to challenge perceptions of Gaelic and what you can do with Gaelic, we can totally help you there. Again, with street theatre and spectacle, graffiti art, lantern making, circus skills and storytelling. If you want to deepen and diversify your perception and appreciation of Scottish culture and identity with your young people, if you've never engaged with Gaelic before, if you've done a million different types of things before and you've never done something with Gaelic, we can certainly help you there. We just literally from last Friday finished off a 6-week project for the 2nd year running with Renfrewshire Council, working again with Pace Youth Theatre, and this year with 3 youth theatre and arts group, Right to Dance, Historical Adventures and a primary school, working with over 60 children and young people, training them in bilingual street theatre and spectacle performance involving also dance. We made something like over between 30 and 40 separate costumes and pieces of wearable art, as well as stilt art involving Gaelic water horses and kelpies. Not one of the kids or young people that we know of has ever really engaged with Gaelic or learnt any Gaelic before. We trained all of these kids in integrating small elements of Gaelic into their bilingual parade performance sets. The feedback that we've got is massive. Last year we only had 7 performers from Pace Youth Theatre. This year 5 of those are wanting to return, 2 others went off to university elsewhere. The feedback was so strong from just 7 performers, Community Lantern making last year. We had over 60 performers this year, 70 lanterns, 110 participants. That's how strong the feedback has been. Yep, if you're looking for something totally new to do, get in touch with me. I also
packing the most stuff in. No, I'm not going to embarrass myself amongst the Gaelic speakers among you, so I'm going to allow Barry to introduce his own group.
Hi everyone, I'm Barry Robertson, Artistic Director of Catarot Theatre Company, a new theatre company based in Ayrshire. The reason that I'm here today is say hello, meet yourselves, but also to engage with the practitioners maybe around about Ayrshire and Glasgow that can come and work with us. This year, our educational outreach ensemble was the first to travel around all North Ayrshire schools, including the island of Arran, to participate in acting through song and also acting on film workshops. We're going to go back and do that again with Shakespeare. The problem that I've got at the moment is the company wants to establish a regular educational outreach programme. So I'm looking to discuss with many of you, how do you start that? How do we go into these deprived areas and get that up and running? Also, just before I finish, I'm going to give you a little exclusive for the future. We're currently working in our first theatre production, which is used with computer games technology. So our set is fully interactive with computer games. So with the help from North Ayrshire and Aberdeen participants, we are making the kids learn something different about theatre and getting them involved with stuff that they're used to doing in their rooms. So please feel free to say hello to me and I welcome you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next up we have Marcella. There she is. Hi.
Hello, I'm going to be brief on this one because I'm going to come up again for number 9, so I'm banking 2 minutes from this one for the next one, right? Very briefly, See Think Make is a social enterprise that was set up by myself and a couple of colleagues to develop Arts Award in Scotland. Arts Award are a series of qualifications, a bit like a Duke of Edinburgh. There are 2 levels that are any age up to 25, and there are bronze, silver and gold, which are 11 to 25. So if you're looking for a way to accredit what we do already, so the young people get a recognised qualification, which will be a Scottish qualification in 2016. The application's in. So if you're interested in that, you can talk to me or email me at sarah@seethinkmake.co.uk and we can chat further.
Oh, excellent. Next up, we have Love, Drama and the Drama Box.
Hello. Hello. Hi, I'm Kirsten McCrossan and we are from Love Drama. Last year when I stood at the Symposium, I kind of put a shout out to everybody asking if I could please have somebody to come on board and help to run Love Drama. Now that is Charlie Anderson, she's not here because she's working. We came instead to enjoy the free lunch. But that's really allowed to take us to take the company forward. So Charlie's running Love Drama, and the Drama Box is basically an online teacher training resource for primary teachers, especially teachers that don't have a lot of experience in drama, so that they can be inspired to use drama with their pupils. But that's that. Anyway, so I love that everybody's been talking today about young people coming through youth theatre, just like so many of us has. So Denise is here. She's been one of my pupils since she was 8 years old, and now she's 16. So she's just going to tell you a few little things about Love Drama and where she is with Love Drama just now. So first of all, Denise is going to tell you about her journey.
Yeah, I started working with Kirsten in 2007 when, like she said, I was 8. Then in 2009, when she set up Love Drama, I was one of the original pupils. Since then, she's given loads of us the opportunity to help out with the younger classes, to help out teaching camps. This then led last year to me teaching with a volunteering basis and getting Saltire awards. That then led to this year. I started to work as a paid assistant with Love Drama, which has been an incredible opportunity to turn really a hobby into something that I can do for a proper job.
Amazing. I just want to give Denise a clap. So that's basically what's going on at Love Drama and the Jam Box. If anyone's interested in the online drama programme, if you'd like to speak to that about the primary schools in your area, then please do get in touch. But thank you very much.
Sarah, back again. This is never happened. There's more of it. This is unprecedented. I don't know if you do here.
The freelance life wearing this cap.
Okay. Glasgow Youth Arts Hub.
Hello, we're Glasgow Youth Arts Hub. My name's Emma and I'm the Connector for the North East. This is Stevie, he's the Connector for the North West. We've also got Beth, who's the Connector for the South of the City, and producer Claire to look after us all. And we are managed by Sarah and Glasgow Connected Arts Network. And at the core of everything that Glasgow Youth Arts Hub is, we're working with across the city with grassroots arts organisations, youth organisations and the higher education sector to really break down barriers for all young people across Glasgow to access high quality free arts provision. And at the core of everything we do, we have our youth-led committee who Jordan has gone away, but he was going to speak about this, which he'd be brilliant at that. So the youth-led committee, if you are working with any young people in Glasgow you think would like to be in a committee like this is a real steering group behind everything we do at the Youth Arts Hub, then please get in touch with us. We need to keep our numbers up because we've got so much to deliver in our second year. The main thing the Creative Youth-led Committee have done is set up a new youth arts network called Creative Collision. Now this is trying to sustain a momentum behind young artists coming through, so it's for 14 to 25-year-olds, and we had a brilliant launch event at Stereo Bar in Glasgow back in September, and every 2 months we're having new events in collaboration with other youth arts organisations in Glasgow. And it's great because our funding ends at the end of June, and Glasgow Artistic Community is really upping their game to try and support this. So when we're not there, there is always a place for young people to come together and share ideas. I'm going to hand over to you, sorry.
The Youth Committee's also done an event recently at Turner Prize where we had over 100 young people come to the tramway to take part in an interactive visual arts experience as well, and we ran a course of summer workshops as well during the summer across Glasgow on their own. We've got the Youth Arts Festival 2016 coming up. It's a 3-week festival of performances, exhibitions, screenings, workshops across Glasgow, 29th of March to the 18th of April. A big part of that is a progression day in partnership with the RCS, Glasgow School of Art and Kelvin College. It's an open day, pathways to progression for creative industries, including performances, screenings and exhibitions, and talks by current students. We've got young filmmakers events, music events, fashion events, comedy events. We've got a final event, big event at St Luke's Church, including performances by young people and workshops. And a big part of that is something new that we're trying to build, this innovation project. But in response to young people wanting to try live action role play, we're going to try and create a game citywide and converge the game in the middle, but make it a kind of arts related event. We don't know what it's going to be yet, we're just starting out, we're sending the artists out into different parts of Glasgow to see what happens. I'm sure it'll be great though.
Okay, in 2 minutes from what I did before to now. So.
I actually press the time on this one, so I don't know how long.
The very young people think 2 minutes. Okay, just talk very briefly about a programme that the Hub hasn't started yet, but is about to pilot, is an artists database, where we're going to be running training in what I kind of described as the boring stuff, but Emma said the important stuff, which is quite right. The kind of safeguarding, risk stuff, child protection, first aid, working with challenging behaviour and all of that. So we provide that training for a set of freelancers who then go on a database of kind of these artists have got all that training. Because it's quite so hit and miss and sporadic for freelancers to get all of that stuff. So that's something that we're just starting that I thought would be of particular importance to you guys.
One more thing, we're training our young people as well, paying them the living wage. We're paying them the living wage to learn about working in the arts and deliver.
Don't go working regs, work in the arts. everybody, my name is Lauren Oates and I have come down from Horesecross Arts in Perth today. My role in Perth is Creative Learning Coordinator for Drama, and our Creative Learning department, they deliver a join-in programme, and this is for 0 to 18 years, and that covers dance, drama and music. But today I'm specifically here to do a call out for all of you. Next year is extremely exciting for us. It is our 50th anniversary of Perth Youth Theatre, and we think, if anybody wants to challenge me on this, we think we're the oldest youth theatre in Scotland. So it's really exciting, and basically we would like to invite anybody back that has been a part of Perth Youth Theatre, that's worked for Perth Youth Theatre, that has maybe went through our training schemes at Perth Youth Theatre. We'd love to have you back and take part in our celebration basically. Our celebrations are going to be workshops, they're going to be master classes, performances. I can't say too much, I don't want to give away all the secrets, but if you're interested and you want to come back and you want to help us celebrate, please do get in touch, and you can keep up to date with all our celebration information on our Facebook page. It's Join In Horesecross Arts Perth. Please like it.
Sounds like a good invitation to a good party. Last but not least, we have Paula from ACT Aberdeen.
Hi everybody, I thought that I was going to be first, being the first bit of the alphabet, but no, last. Never mind. There's a lot of very exciting things happening in Aberdeen just now, and I will go through them as quickly as I can. But one of our really amazing things for us, we are 52 years old this year, and we are 43 years of Aberdeen International Youth Festival. Now they are in fact recognised as one of the best celebrations of youth arts anywhere in the world, AIYF, and it makes sense that they should have their own venue. So we're very proud to be partnering with them, and we're going to be called Arts Centre Theatre, home of Aberdeen International Youth Theatre. So it's festival rather. So Stuart is welcome on board, and we will be co-directing all of this together. It's going to change, the strategy will change, the organisation will change. It's very, very exciting. So that's what's happening with us. As well as that, we have great aspirations to take over another building next to, there's us, there's the Arts Centre, there's the Children's Theatre, which is what we have, and then there's Archibald Simpson House, which is another beautiful iconic building, pillars outside, used by City Council tenants that don't necessarily have to be there. So we're going to create a centre for creativity, taking all of that in, very much like the Summer Hall model. I'm going to see Pat Cox, is it? The GM anyway, to have a chat with him about that. So that's that. The other amazing thing is Granite, which you may have heard about, which actually kicked off from the Arts Centre with myself and Louise Baxter going down to see Ricky Featherstone 4 or 5 years ago with this gem of an idea, which is now coming to fruition. It's fabulous, it's stunning. This weekend is the very first piece. It's going to be Granite Sound, next weekend is Granite Theatre, next weekend after that is Granite Video, there's Granite Dance. Massive finale in Marshall College, the second biggest granite building in the world and the most beautiful, in April. Aberdeen Performing Arts is part of that. We have 3 groups working from the Arts Centre. It's a fabulously stunning piece of work. We're looking for, Simon Sharkey is directing it, we're looking for 50 to 100 actors to take part in this project in April. So keep your eyes peeled for that one, but it's wonderful. We're so pleased it's happening. As well beyond time it should happen. It's going to tell the social history of the granite industry, not just the stone. It's the people.
We're back to Honky.
Oh, rats. ACT Youth Board, Cabaret coming up with our board doing Holocaust Memorial Day in January, and our pantomime is Jack and the Beanstalk.